Good evening and welcome, America, from deep in the heart of Dixie to Tunes and Tales from the Woodshed. We're coming to you live from beautiful downtown Paris, Tennessee, home of the world's biggest fish fry. Produced by WTPR, West Tennessee Players Resource, and Keel Media Productions. Your hosts tonight are Tom Westhoven, Paul Holt-Grew, with Levi Wayne as the hippy-dippy weatherman. And here they are, folks, Tom Westhoven and Paul Holt-Grew.
Hey, everybody. Don't hit me again. I can't take the pressure. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Tunes and Tales from the Woodshed. I'm Tom Westhoven, and that guy right
Paul
there.
Holt-Grew.
That's right.
Glad to be back with you for the 11th week, I think we're in.
Yeah, we're 11. Yeah, this is our 11th week.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good.
I know you're in the hospital.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I had a little pneumonia.
Yeah,
I think I still got
What's
a
the
little
difference
pneumonia.
between that and a big pneumonia?
Well, a big pneumonia, you die, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
So, I didn't die. And then one of our other guys that works in here, he was in the hospital over the weekend too.
oh yeah, Mickey.
Yeah.
He's doing better though.
Yes, he is.
I saw him just a little
We
bit
keep
ago.
them doctors and nurses busy, bro.
I know. But yeah, he had a little blood sugar
Yeah,
incident.
he had a lot of blood sugar.
But
Yeah.
it's good to know that he's still got blood.
Yeah, he's got blood, and he's got sugar in it. All is not bad. Okay, folks. Anyway,
We got a lot going on
oh man, we are crazy good. This thing is crazy, but it's hot in here, and we're we got Mike Hogan and Dan Knowles on tonight.
today. Dan Knowles, and he's got a special guest with
Yeah,
him.
he sure does, and I don't remember his name. His name is
His name?
Gideon.
Gideon
Yeah,
something?
Gideon Sheppard.
Gideon Sheppard.
And this is going. Listen, folks. This is going to be the topper of all shows, because you are going to enjoy this so much. We're going to have a banjo picker, a guitar picker, 2 guitar pickers. This is really going to be cool.
Yeah, and a harmonica player.
And we got a harmonica player.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
somebody called him the mouth of the South. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
We will see.
Okay. Anyway, another week that I forgot to get names for people that liked us.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of people, but I had so much going on. Of course, being in the hospital.
Well, we have them from the week before, so we'll just grab one of them.
Yeah.
Grab one of
Well,
them.
anyway, we're just going to wait until next week when I actually get some names
Yeah.
that I can read off. So I'm sorry we're not going to read your name off tonight, but keep checking.
Check Facebook,
Yep.
and we want you to sign up for Facebook. Sign up
Yeah.
on our page on
Yeah.
Facebook and on WTPR.
Yeah.
Tunes and Tales from the Woodshed on Facebook and WTPR, West Tennessee Players Resource.
Yeah.
And we'll do the little subscription down there, whatever it is, and hit the little notification bell. We'll keep you informed as what's going
Yeah.
on. And we have an email address.
Yes, we do.
Tunes
we actually
and Tales.
have-
There
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Tunes and Tales
Would-
live at gmail.com.
Yeah. That email address right there will get you directly to our guests. Like if
Yeah.
you want to send some fan mail, or you like somebody, or you thought somebody did something wrong,
Or you want to ask
like
them a
me and
question.
Paul,
yeah.
or anything.
Or ask us a question.
Yeah,
Just keep it nice.
Yeah, yeah. Just keep it. Just send it to that email address right there. We won't give the other email address
No.
because that's for the bad people.
Guess what's coming up next week?
What?
River Jam.
Ooh, I know it. Yeah,
River Jam.
starting the 17th. Well, we're going to start that on the 16th because
Yeah.
we're going to be playing up here at L&L's on Washington Street.
Yep. Bell and Mills Bar and Grill.
And man, I'll tell you what, we played there a couple times, and you talk about a good time.
Oh yeah, they enjoy it. And we enjoy it.
And they got some great food there too. So if you get there early, or even if you get there late, you can eat. They got really good. They got good fish. They got good burgers. They got a lot of good food there.
They do.
Yep.
It's really a good time. Good fun time.
Yeah, and of course the Oak Ridge boys are going to be in town this week.
Absolutely. Diamond Reel's going to be down at the lake.
Yeah.
And Daryl Worley's going to be
Yeah.
somewhere in Paris.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where. Maybe
Yeah.
he's down at the lake too.
Yeah, I imagine
But there's
mostly.
places to go all over the
Yeah.
county, and you won't fall short of having a good time. I'm
Yeah,
guaranteeing it.
yeah. There's no doubt about that.
And we have the picnic out at the out at the parlor in Puryear.
Yeah, that's going to be on the 27th.
On the 27th of June.
That's a Sunday.
Everybody's invited. Bring an instrument. Come on out and pick a tune with us, or just come out and watch.
And if you're coming, don't forget to bring something. Bring a dish to pass.
Yeah.
So we can all have, we can all try your food and our food. And
doesn't cost you a dime, and we'll all have a big time.
WTPR is picking up the hot dogs and the hamburgers. So
Right.
So we just got to find somebody to cook them.
Yeah.
I guess we'll leave that up to you, Ray.
Yeah. Well, that may be what I do all day.
Yeah.
Hey, guess who's coming on next week?
Who's that?
We're going to have, let's see. Oh, we just talked about LL's.
Yeah, LL's,
Yeah, we're going to be there next Wednesday.
Yeah,
we're going to be there next Wednesday, June 16th.
Yeah.
And next week, we're going to have Brian McAdams and Taylor Nada.
Yep.
And they're both fantastic friends of mine, for one thing, and great songwriters and singers. And Brian lives in Puryear, Tennessee, and Taylor is from somewhere around Baton Rouge,
or somewhere down there in Louisiana. Yeah,
maybe it's Gonzales. I can't remember. But somewhere down in Louisiana, and
Gonzales.
I think so. I think it is.
Okay.
But anyway, now they'll be here next week, and don't miss that. And, what's our stand on the fiddle? Have we got anybody?
No, I haven't received any emails on that fiddle.
You're
yet.
kidding me.
No, not yet.
No fiddle. We're going to give away a fiddle, folks.
Yeah.
All you have to do, if you want one of your children or cousins or nephews, nieces to have a fiddle, free. We're going to give it away. But you have to send us just tell us why you think your child that you're wanting to give this fiddle to, or we give the fiddle to, why they need it.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. No cost involved. But if you can't send it to us, we can't give it away.
And yes. And if you use that email address right there, we'll get it. If you use the other email address,
WTPR.show@gmail.com.
Yeah.
That's WTPR.show@gmail.com. And look at this fiddle. This is a nice fiddle.
This is almost a brand new fiddle.
It is brand new. There's nothing. There's not a scratch on it.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's no rosin dust on it. And we got a bow with it. We don't have a good case with it, but you know what?
We got a terrible case with it, but there is a bow, and this thing is awesome, and it's free. All you got to do is fill out tell us why somebody in your family needs this, like a child wants to learn to play the fiddle. And we're going to pick out somebody, and somebody's going to get this fiddle. Here you go. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Anyway, don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget it, because somebody's going to get that. And, we're worldwide on this thing.
That's
somebody,
right.
We don't care where, if we have to pack it up and send it to Denver, we don't care.
No, if nobody sends it in, I'm going to eat it. I'll eat it live on air. No, I won't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. May eat it later.
Yeah. So we got rid of the fiddle. We're trying to get rid of it.
Guess who we got here again?
Yes, sir. We got
Mike Hogan.
Yep. And
Mike Hogan.
But tonight it's a different deal.
It is a different deal. He's just not talking about the parlor. He's going to sing us a song.
Yeah.
And
Mike
tell
Hogan.
us some stories.
Yep. And
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Hogan.
And he's got stories for days. Hi, Mike.
Yeah, I got too many stories.
Yeah.
Some I won't tell.
Yeah, well, that's probably a good idea.
I won't just get myself in trouble. I'll get somebody else in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you stay in trouble, don't you?
I used to travel up to New York City quite a bit, and of course you're upstate New York, fella, anyway. But I go into the city, when I delivered, I went in all 5 boroughs, and man, I'd go in there and I'd say something, and they say, "Where are you from?" I'd say, "Oh, South Jersey."
Yeah, South Jersey, my butt. Yeah.
But if you had a woman,
now if I had a woman, now I know if y'all hadn't read any of my writings, I'd do a little bit of writing on Facebook, and I got this one little series called "If I Had a Woman." Now, it does agitate some of some of you finer quality women, but But some of you understand my humor, and it's not a bad deal. Of course, I'll get up in the morning, and I'll be laying there in bed. I might have already made my coffee, and I got poured there in my thermos sitting there by the bed, and I'll be thinking, man, if I had a woman. And I'll start writing. I said, man, if I had a woman, she'd be in there in the kitchen right now rattling them pots and pans making me some breakfast before she went into work at her second job. And when she,
Are you gonna play? Are you gonna play?
am I already getting somebody a little bit out of shape? They say, you know why? That's why you ain't got a woman back home. I guess so, but they have to understand it's actually reverse psychology. It's really just trying to tell you women that you don't need to take no crap from no man. I mean, be yourself. You know what I mean? But I guess I'll play something. I hadn't played on this Martin here, and it's a nice guitar. I don't have Martin, but I was telling the guys outside that I had a Martin I was borrowed from, and the guy that actually owned it was in prison. He'd bonded out with it because he had no money to get out. So anyway, he ended up having to go to prison anyway. So anyway, it's a buddy of mine on this bonding company. He told me I could borrow this guitar for a while because I was writing some stuff, and I was going to Nashville trying to play some at the Bluebird and this and that. Anyway, so I'd taken it with me this one gig at the Bluebird, and anyway, this guy jumped in line behind me. I guess he was from Mellencamp's Publishing or something. Am I talking too much here? Or what? But anyway, he got in, so he asked if I was going to play. I said, yeah, I'll probably be playing tonight. And anyway, so after we got playing everything, and I getting ready to put my guitar back in the case there, and I guess it was an old case, something. And they said, man, that's a nice guitar. What kind is it? And this and that. And where'd you get it at? I said, man, it ain't my guitar. I said, the guy that owns it's in prison. And I said, he had to bail out and the bond out, and that's what he used, and I just got it borrowed right now. Another guy looked at me, he said, man, that's a song right there. But anyway, so he said, man, isn't that guy from Mellencamp Publishing or somewhere? He's from Indiana is what it was. And he had done some stuff with Mellencamp stuff recently or something. And he said, man, so them two songs, I really like that second song. I said, man, I really appreciate it. I said, my son's around here somewhere, and I got to find him, and I just blew this guy off. Didn't know that he was, might have been interested in one of my songs. So anyway, it was my chance. Well, I go shopping at Walmart each and every day. Oh, to look at all those pretty things they have on display. I may not have no money, really I don't care. I'm a-looking at all the pretty girls that are shopping in there. I'm Girl Scouting, checking my list as I keep on counting. This guitar's falling down on my leg and I don't know what else to do, but Girl Scouting, checking my list as I keep on counting. There she is, just as pretty as you please, on aisle number 3, looking back at me. Well, I'm pushing a basket with a messed up wheel. Well, I'm thinking it's annoying, but it ain't no big deal. I keep on pushing while I get a good look, and this guitar's falling down my leg. I'm sorry. Well, I just keep pushing while I get a good look, looking at all the pretty girls that bouncing too. So anyway, that's how it's supposed to go, but I ain't picked in a long time. I'm a better harmonica player than I am a guitar player.
Guitar, Mike.
I guess I could have used it, but like I said, I'm not used to this guitar. And I was telling him one time I was backstage at Jerry Lee Lewis. I was doing an article for the paper for Ken Kid was opening for Lewis anyway, and they'd been back. These girls been backstage with Phoebe Lewis, her daughter, Jerry Lee's daughter, and her assistant. They was backstage, and I had to go back there to do something anyway. So I stopped there, and I smoked at times, so I always carried a Zippo, and they was trying to fire up a cigarette back there, and the wind was blowing. And I said, "Excuse me, ladies." I stopped there, and they sort of huddled in there trying to light their cigarette. This big lighter. I said, "You need me a little help here to light your cigarette?" She said, "Yeah, sure." So I cupped my lighter there, and where I was going to light one cigarette and light the other, because the wind was blowing, and they was both sticking their cigarettes in there at the same time. I said, "Listen, girls," I said, I can only do one of you at a time. And well, the keyboard's daughter looked at me and said, she was a real photogenic, really pretty girl. She said, oh, well, can't you do us both? And I said, no, really. And I turned off shades of red and everything. So anyway, so I lit their cigarette, and they went on down to that, and I went back, did my thing, came back in. Well, anyway, so here we are backstage here, and this kid comes up, and there's James Burton. He played for Elvis, and he played one of the most recorded guitar players, I guess, what I was told later on. But this kid came up to me, he said, excuse me, sir, but you think Mr. Burton would mind having my picture made with him? I said, Mr. Who? He said, Mr. Burton. James, don't you know who James Burton is? I said, well, he's just a musician for Jerry Lee's all I know. He said, oh, sir, he played for Elvis and all. And I said, well, man, he's just standing right there. Why don't you just ask him? He said, would you take a picture for me? And I said, yeah, I'd be glad to. So he handed me to get this camera, and he went over there, and all these people circled around James, you know what I mean? So he sort of asked him if he'd take a picture, and yeah, they sort of backed away and everything, and I took a couple pictures, and anyway, so they shook hands and everything, and they backed away, and everybody sort of parted back to him. Well, here comes that girl, one of them girls I lit that cigarette for back here and back. Anyway, so I hadn't had my picture made. I had a camera with me, but I had mine made back here. I said, well, I'll tell you what. I asked her, I said, excuse me, young lady. I said, if I'm going to have my picture made back here tonight, it's going to be with a pretty girl. I said, would you mind having your picture made with me? She said, I'd love to. So anyway, James had all these guys around him, everybody looking for a dry place lick or something like that. Anyway, and he said, I said, James, would you mind taking my picture of this young lady here? And he looked at me, and everybody else looked at me and said, me take your picture? And I said, well, if you don't mind. I mean, he said, man, I'd love to. So anyway, so I gave him the camera, and he said, how you do it? And I showed him everything. He took a couple shots. He said, you want me to take another? You want me to take another? And I said, oh, that's fine. That's plenty of everything. So anyway, he gave me the camera back, and everybody sort of circled back around him and everything. And I stood back, and everybody parted off. Well, this guy sitting over here on a bench, he motioned for me to come over to him, talk to him for a little bit. And so I went over there. He said, are you a musician? I said, well, not really. I said, I pick a little guitar to do some writing. I said, I'm more of a harmonica player. I'm just here to cover a story for the paper. And he said, oh, well, I do a little writing too. He said, matter of fact, I got a little studio down in Memphis. He said, you got something to write my name down on? And I said, well, yeah. So I had some business cards at me at the time. So I pulled out a card and let him. He said, I wrote this song, you might have heard it or something like this, but I wrote this song called Susie Q. I don't know if you ever heard of it or not. And I said, yes, sir, I believe I do. And then he said, my name's Dale Hawkins. He said, I got a little studio down there. He said, I'd like for you to give me a call, and I'd like to see what kind of harmonica playing you got. I'd like to put it down and see what we might work with it now. I said, I appreciate it and everything. So and I never did get back with him, and he passed away before I got the opportunity.
Well, before all this goes on, I want to just mention something. Mike owns the parlor up in Puryear.
Oh,
and
the
of course, yeah. And
I wore the shirt now.
Of course, we get together and we're doing a picnic together, so we know Mike really well. Well, last week, was it last week or the week before? He had a special guest at his place.
You talking about when we had Larry Strickland and the Stamps?
Yeah, Larry Strickland and the Stamps, and then his wife showed up.
They came together.
Her name is Naomi Judd, and she was up there hanging out with these guys.
Yeah, so, that's pretty cool there. Anyway, she was up there, and I was going to whip up some stuff out there on the grill, cook some sausage and some hamburgers and chicken legs and everything. So they was in there for 12 o'clock to do the sound check, and I figured we'd wait till they got there before I fired up the grill, because a lot of musicians don't want to eat before they play. Some of them do, and some of them want to eat after. So I figured I'd wait until I figured out we had 2 hours before the show started. So it's a Southern Sunday Gospel Afternoon we was trying to kick it up. But anyway, Larry Strickland and the Stamps, of course, original member of the Stamps Quartet, which was Elvis Presley's backup quartet, right, which of course he's married to Naomi Judd. Yeah. So anyway, Naomi was hungry and really didn't want to wait that long, for us to fire up anything. So Dr. Whitby's wife, Karen, she sent her on to, gave her a place to go to, Mousteau's there in Paris, a real nice restaurant and everything. So they went to eat there in the restaurant, and anyway, came back and did the show. But anyway, I went into the Mousteau's here the next day or so afterwards, and one of the guys there said, "Oh, guess who was in here yesterday?" I said, "Who'd that be?" He said, Naomi Judd. And I said, really? I said, guess who sent her down there to you? I said, we did. So anyway, it got all over town that she was in town, that she came to our place. And she got up and spoke a little bit, and Larry got to, and his group sang, and I got to be real friends with the rest of the band members, and they're true professionals. They just, and they got a harmony. I tell you what, ain't nothing better than a good quartet, Southern quartet singing. I hope we can have them back, when we soon, and continue this Southern Sunday Gospel Afternoon if we can. We got a lot of things going on. We're going to do a writers' night eventually at the parlor. Right now we're not this week. We had the hash brown scheduled, but Josh ended up having some leg problem. I think he had a clot in or something. Had to go to Vanderbilt and have some work done. So we're all praying for him. But then so we canceled. They had to cancel this weekend, but they're scheduled to come back in July. I think the 10th, if I'm not incorrect. But so anyway, so we're not doing anything this weekend, but we're building the stage, and we got a nice stage, and we tore out it was like a bar place that was just really just dead space, So we tore it out yesterday. Stephen and James, our carpenters, and then started putting the frame together today. And then we went to Lowe's and got some plywood and half a dozen 2x4s and spent $548.
Well, the reason I brought that up is Mike's trying to promote this. He's rebuilt this building, and I'm telling you, he's having great guests come in, and he's bringing in name people, and so if you want to go to a good show, keep an eye on WTPR and watch for the parlor. And you'll see some of the great people that he's have coming in, like Larry Strickland and a bunch of these other guys.
You've got a Facebook page. It's the parlor, right?
The parlor on the Facebook page. Yeah. And we got PurrierParlor.com also, which you can pull up, and you can also watch our videos and make reservations and our videos live when we go on. And we're getting out there. We had some people watching us in Bangkok, China, and London, England, and. To come from Purrier, Tennessee, that's not a bad deal. But we've had some real good writers out there. Larry Cordell, he wrote Murder on Music Road for George Strait and
Highway 40 Blues.
Highway 40 Blues. George Strait and Alan Jackson, but the Highway 40 Blues for Ricky Skaggs, and he wrote some other #1 hits for everybody, just about anybody that's in the music business. And then we got our real Mike Hendricks and Jimmy Stewart. They're going to be coming back together, and they're going to be doing an album there eventually. And I think after they get back everything set. But Jimmy Stewart wrote "Brotherly Love" for Keith Whitley, Earl Thomas Conley, a little less talk, a lot more action for Toby Keith, some other songs. Mike Hendricks also he's got a song on a Disney film right now. I think it's called White Lightning or so. Is that it? And then he wrote "Farming Man" when they was with T.R. Crooks around here, which is a local band that is really respected around here. They're just Southern rock back in the 70s and 80s, and. How things sort of separate and fall apart as they grow together, but get older. But they're back together, playing together, and I'm hoping they'll play. Mike has the last Friday of every month at the parlor. That's just a standing deal. He was my first act, a good friend of mine from 1977. We worked at Hawley Carburetor together, and that's how we first started off being friends. But a very talented musician, just a great person, and but him and Jimmy together just really do well. So hopefully we're gonna have them together again this last Friday of the month.
What do you have for a cover to get in to see?
Right now we're just doing $10 because we don't have anything to sell. We're going to have to try to get our. We may start doing a $10 cooler charge bringing in because we just got to make $1 somewhere. I'm going to start selling ads, so we're going to do a calendar of events on a print and sell ads around it, and then have our calendar on it and do that every month, and then distribute that, and hopefully that'll help us along a little bit. And also the side of the building, I found out that I can use the side of the building. There's no ordinance on that I can just sell some advertisement on that. So we're going to get some banners printed up and then fix that to where we can put people's ads around there and telephone numbers, maybe with the other.
You can always put ads on WTPR.
Don't forget that. We can do that too. So we
got lots of people running around.
So we're moving right along. We just we was doing really good, I guess, until the COVID kicked in like everybody else and shut down, and then we just had to
That pretty much hit everybody. I mean, everybody went down on that deal.
Yeah, better things are on the horizon.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to play a harmonica tune for us?
Yeah, I can play it quick in the year. I think I'm a little better harp player than I am guitar player. But I ain't played guitar a long time. Or do you say guitar? Some of these people say guitar and they know you're a country hick. But I guess I'm a little bit like a little country hick. I don't know what. I'm good. We can write this in any key. I don't know if I forgot what key this is in. This is an key A, but don't make any difference though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play you something pretty, I guess. That's about it.
Very good.
I got them out. I can't do it like I used to because I'm gotten fat. I've gotten better looking, but I'm still fat.
Well, that happens.
You know, it's a personal problem that guys like us have to deal with.
that
Ain't
happens
there?
to us.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, the looks, just being good-looking men.
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
Oh, I wasn't talking about, you know,
wasn't talking about
our
men.
sizes. You know.
All right. I guess we're gonna have to wrap it up here.
One more time.
Huh?
What's his website one more time?
Oh, peryourparlor.com is our website, and the parlor on Facebook. You can pull that up and see you can see the videos on peryourparlor.com that we've done there since we got a new camera system and everything. We got a nice 3-camera set. Kevin does all the producing on that. We got
Who's Kevin? Kevin who?
Kevin Kyle. Well, I think he's somebody around here. He owns this place, don't he? His
Oh,
production. But anyway, so we got that. Then also on our original on the parlor on Facebook, we have all of our photos. Lori Van Syok is our photographer. She's done all of the photography. An excellent photographer. Does some really good shots and did a lot of our videos. So you can pull that up and see what we were about there and everything. And if you if you like my personal page, you can see the really psychological unstableness that I have.
Okay. All right, Mike. Man, it was good to have you.
Am I free to go now? Hey, man, I appreciate
Thank
it.
you for coming in. We
I hope I didn't embarrass y'all guys.
we really appreciate
A
having
lot
you.
of times, they say if I just keep my mouth shut, I can blend real good.
Great to have you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate
Thanks
it.
a lot for coming in. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. Let's see what else have we got going on. Oh, we got.
We got some commercials taken care of.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look at
Hope
that.
Grew screen print. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. About time that showed back up.
Oh, yeah. We got the free T-shirt giveaway. We're going
Yeah.
to give another one away. We sent one off last week,
Yeah.
and I hope they're happy. I'm sure they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Anybody gets free shirts, man, they should be happy.
that's right. They
I
should
know.
be.
I love
I know.
them.
I do.
Yeah.
And EXP Realty.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's Jesse Joseph
Yeah. Jesse Joseph.
over
He's
in Brewston Hollow Rock area.
yeah.
And,
He's one of our new sponsors. He's the new sponsor.
Yeah, he's the new
he's the new
sponsor,
kid
yeah.
on the block. And Jesse's he's really got into this real estate thing. And
Real estate,
if you need any help looking for a house or well, he doesn't rent. He doesn't do rentals, but he does sales and buying and selling houses and all that stuff. So
you can get hold of them at
Yeah.
731-535-1630.
34, I think.
I
I
think
think it's 34. Yeah.
it's covered
Yeah.
up there.
So
And Gary Groom's Boyd
Yeah.
at Peace of Mind Healthcare Advocates.
yeah,
That's a great place.
That is a
That's
good
here in
place.
Paris.
yeah.
She's been doing this
Yeah.
for a while and really does a fantastic
Yeah,
job.
and she's an RN, and she has a bunch of people that take care of folks, like me when I was sick last week,
Yeah.
And she, so if you need help, somebody in your family that's needs health care or needs looking after, they'll do everything for you that you can't do for yourself. It's pretty
Right.
much it, So
And then Foreman's
Yep.
Foreman's Sports Bar out
Yep.
there on Lake Highway
Yep.
79 North.
And you had a ball up there last week.
I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to play with two fantastic musicians.
Yeah.
Gary Grooms Boyd
Yeah.
and I can't remember the other guy.
How about Kevin Keel?
Huh?
How about Kevin Keel?
Kevin Keel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we had a good time. Had a great time.
yeah, I couldn't go. I tried to, but I just, with this pneumonia, it just didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
But they went up there and had a ball, and yeah, I felt pretty disappointed afterwards. But
Yeah.
well, I'm still at it.
Well, and then there's Alan's backyard barbecue sauce.
Backwoods grilling sauce.
Backwoods grilling sauce right
Yeah.
there with the pink pig.
Yeah, and that's
Right there on
that
the
is some
screen.
good stuff.
I'm telling
Put
you.
that on your.
Yeah.
You put that on your ribs, not these ribs, but if you put it on your.
I put them on these ribs.
Yeah, me too.
I won't go any further.
Yeah, from the inside though. Yeah, and smoke some ribs and put them on it, or anything beef or pork, or I'm not a real fan on the chicken.
I tell you what I put them on. I put mine on. The last time I cooked out was pork steaks.
Oh boy, they're
And
great.
my goodness, yes,
They are,
it was really
they
good.
are
It was
awesome.
really good.
Yes, sir.
And of course, we got it at Kenny's Meat Market.
Yeah.
And that's where you get that.
Yeah.
And Kenny's is a
Yeah.
full service meat market.
Yep.
Get everything and anything that you want there.
They got some of the
Including
best
breakfast and lunch.
Oh man, they got some of the best prime meat. I got a steak up there. Matter of fact, I ate there today and it was delicious. But I do that pretty much every Thursday. I try to get in there and get something to eat.
I try to eat every day.
Yeah, me too.
Something.
But it was really good. And go to Kenny's Meat Market and if you're looking for some good meat.
Yep.
Yep. So, what else we got? What else we got going on?
Oh, that's about it. I mean,
Oh
that's,
boy. Okay. We got next week. We're having Brian and we're having Taylor come in.
Yep.
And tonight we've got. This is a special deal right here,
Yep.
folks. I've been waiting all night for this. My friend, our friend, Dan Knowles is here, and he brought his buddy Gideon over here. And Gideon's going to play Gideon Sheppard, right? Gideon Sheppard. He's going to play the banjo for you while Dan plays the guitar. Well, you guys just want to do one real quick?
Sure, we can do that.
All right.
How about we do that old blackberry blossom?
Yeah. All right, man. That was awesome. You guys are so good. That is
Thank
so
you.
good.
Thank you. And thank you for having us on the show, man.
Yeah, we're glad to have you.
This is
man.
a hoot.
Yeah.
I've been watching y'all here on the old WTPR.
Yeah.
Man,
We've come a long way. Haven't we?
it has come a long way since we met over there. What was it, the Greystone? You remember doing that, Paul?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When we played over to the radio station, when we first started playing over at the
That's
radio
right.
station.
Yeah, getting in that big
yeah.
studio and
Yeah, we had a ball down there. That was
yeah.
a great time.
Well, you know what? We ought to go down there. They're going to have an open house. I think it's
really?
next week or
Yeah, we should go down.
ribbon cutting. We all ought to go down there and have a picking in there,
Yeah,
ribbon
I
cutting,
know,
and
I know.
they'll go, "Hey now, hey now, what are you doing here?"
We Dan was you and Alan and we were all like at the very beginning.
We were
of
right
this
there at
thing.
the beginning.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it all started like,
Like
let's
set-
go pick. That's
13,
Yes.
13 of us.
something
Yep.
like that. Yeah. And we started picking, and we all got to know each other. And a lot of you guys knew each other before I came along, but
Then we really got to know each other.
yeah.
We really got to know each
Yeah.
other when you came along.
But anyway, Dan is actually a national banjo picker. national champion, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and Gideon is on his way to be a national.
Actually,
champion.
he's already a national
He is?
champion.
Well,
yes,
that is great.
he
How
won
old are
the.
you?
I am 14.
Oh my
Is that
God!
all you are?
Yeah. Now he started out being one of your students, right?
Yeah. Now he's graduated.
Yeah.
So
He graduated.
I'm his side man.
Well,
So where did you win the national champion at?
Smithville, Tennessee.
You won at Smith?
Yes, I
That's
won.
awesome.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yes,
Oh,
the
yeah,
National
that's great.
Beginners Championship they call
Yeah,
it, and
yeah.
after a bit we'll play a tune that he played that day. That I'll tell you what, if it doesn't blow your mind, there's nothing gonna blow your mind.
Cool.
It's just that simple.
So cool.
It was funny because
Yeah.
that show right there when we were doing it.
Yeah.
I was watching the judges, and there's a particular technique that he does that he's the only banjo player, including Bela Fleck and folks
Yeah,
like that I've ever seen do this particular technique.
Wow.
It's called movable harmonics. A lot of guitar players like Chet Atkins and Tommy Emmanuel and folks like that do a lot of this. Well, I know how the technique works.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it, but I know how the technique works.
Yeah.
He came into lesson one day, and I said, I'll show you this.
Yeah.
This is kind of fun. I really like the way this sounds and everything. And
But I
he's,
can't do it.
no, I can't do it. And I showed him how it works and how you hold your hand to do it.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, that sucker's doing it.
Yeah.
It was just a mind blower
Yeah,
to have
that's
him.
cool. That's cool.
Him do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, when we did the national thing with him, it was so cool because I have never played a contest ever, or even been to one where this has happened, where in the middle of a contestant's contesting, the audience gives an ovation.
Wow.
In the middle of his playing.
Wow.
Now,
And-
this technique you're talking about is movable harmonics. Is that something that's been around for a while? Because I've never heard of that.
I never have either.
Well, we named it our own thing. That's what it is. We just named it our own thing. So
okay.
well, I'll tell you
Can
what.
you show us what the technique is? I mean, just
Yeah.
Are you going to put it in the song later?
It's in the song.
Okay, yeah,
okay,
just
okay.
show. If I'm not being greedy, I want to see what it is.
Well, would you like us to do a tune?
Well, I'd like to see this
Just this
just
technique.
this technique, and then I want to hear it in the song. That way, I'll be able to pick it out.
Well,
Can you
just
do
show them the ending of, was it Magus or something like that you do?
Okay.
But now he can play whole melodies doing that kind of thing. And it's not just playing like the 7th fret harmonics there.
Yeah.
They, they move around.
Yeah.
And
How do they move around? That's
Yeah.
show them just a little tiny bit of where you're moving.
okay.
Awesome.
Now I'm seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
I was looking in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
That is cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's I feel really proud that I get to be his coach.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
cool.
used to be his teacher, and then he beat me at the game, and so now I'm just his coach.
Hey, doesn't that make you feel good?
Makes me feel great.
Yeah.
It really does.
And Dan, you've been around a long time, man. You rode up and down the Mississippi River on the river boats, and
I have.
you've done all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
man. You're the ultimate showman, man. You've been everywhere. You know what I mean?
Well, I've been a lot of places,
Yeah.
that's for sure, and I'm not. I can feel my miles too.
Quit it. Shut up. He's going to write a song right now.
Actually, I brought something for you too. I was watching the program the other day, and you had a cowbell, and so I brought something.
Oh, whistle.
This is for y'all. This is from the Belle of Louisville, which is one of the only true steamboats.
Yeah.
She's the original steamboat in Louisville. And by the way, I've got to tell you a little story that I had a friend of mine when I worked on the River Explorer. That was a there you go. That was a pilot on the Julie Bell Swain, which was Johnny Hartford's old boat that he worked on. I've only got COVID. That's fine. Anyway, we were in Louisville, and he asked me, he said, Dan, you want to go ride the Bell? And I said, oh, yeah, is the Pope Catholic? And he said, come on. So we go over there, and he takes me up in the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this wheelhouse is an old-fashioned wheelhouse like you'd have had 100 years ago.
Yeah.
In fact, the boat's 100 years old and then some. But it's just a little thin wheelhouse, and it's got a big 8-foot wheel in there. And every time the boat chuffs, because that's where the steam releases, it shake like this.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it is it doesn't chuff that quick. It's not like it's going. It'll go. About like that, and it shakes the whole thing. Well, anyway, we're heading up the Ohio River, and Carl is driving, and that's my buddy, and he says to me, he says, Dan, you want to drive? And I said, Carl, wait a minute, and the captain's right here, Kevin Mullins. And so I said, Kevin, this is your boat. I said, you're the one that can ask me if I can drive your boat. He says, go right ahead. So I got up there and I grabbed one of those spokes on that handle area, and I stood there. Man, it was like being Mark Twain or Sam Clements, or well, that's the same guy, isn't it? Yeah. Or John Hartford or somebody like it. It was just so cool.
Oh, I'll bet.
Jim Hartford used to captain the Mississippi Queen.
He drove all of those boats.
Yeah.
I used to pick with John a bunch.
Yeah, and my wife's father. Was a captain on the main line up there, and he worked with him on.
Really? So he was on the Mississippi Queen?
He was with him on several boats. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because John drove the Julia Bell. Well, he was a full pilot. He wasn't just a banjo picker and a songwriter. Yeah. He was a pilot.
He knew the river.
He knew the rivers, and like when you listen to John's songs about the rivers,
a lot of them.
Oh, and there's bunches. Yeah. He tells you the truth about the river because he knows
a lot
what
of
he's
times
talking about.
He'll throw a line out you have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he'll use terminology that only a riverboat captain.
Yeah.
Well, just talk about John there on the. I don't know if you've noticed on the front of my shop studio on that mural there's a big steamboat.
Yeah.
Well, that steamboat is the Mary Ann, and the Mary Ann was Fred Way's boat. Fred Way was like the hero of John Hartford and my buddy Kenny Williams, who I used to ride with, first captain I ever rode with, and all of these different people. And so that's why that boat's up there, is to honor those particular people.
Yeah, that's
in that direction.
That's
but
cool.
yeah,
That's really cool.
So could you fire up another one for us, gentlemen?
I bet we probably could. We've got one that he won the Nationals with, and this is one that I wrote here a while back called "The Maguses." And a Magus is a magician. Yeah. The Magus's Newfound Heart. There you go.
That was pretty cool.
Well, thank you.
That was very, very good.
Now I'm wondering, Kevin, did you put that big applause track in that one? True. Yeah. Oh, good. That made me laugh the other night when I heard that.
I got to tell you, I'm in a pretty good spot right here where I'm sitting, and I was watching his fingers in his hands. I've never seen a banjo picker do stuff that he was doing over there, and I've watched you quite a bit.
That's right.
Yeah. But he was doing some pretty cool stuff over there. I'd never seen before. I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty nifty. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's taken the style that I developed and has really run with it a bunch.
Oh, man, he's tearing them up. He's
Yeah.
just tearing them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I am too.
And it takes a bunch. I love that song. I'd love the lyrics to that song. It's awesome.
Oh, it took me a long time to write that. It really did. I there's still a couple of the lyrics in there that I need to kind of.
Yeah, a couple of them didn't rhyme. But that's okay.
You do sing though.
On occasion, I do.
Yeah.
No.
Don't let him sing. I've heard him sing before, man. Him and I have sang together before.
I know it. We have
Oh, me.
We've had fun
Would you
together.
like me to do one? Is that what you're leading up to, Tom?
that's
Okay.
exactly
Well, I was
what-
just checking to
that's
see if that
exactly
was
what
the
I was
case.
saying.
I know we're good.
You're good. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do one right now that I wrote all about our little town of Paris, Tennessee.
Okay, good.
And one of my favorite stories that goes with this is back when the Voyage des Chroniques mural, when I did it, when we did the dedication for that mural. I don't know if y'all remember it, but in the front of it, there are these two guys with their mules.
Yeah.
Well, as I was painting the thing, I posted that mural, posted as it went along on Facebook. And when I posted that, it's like Facebook blew up.
Yeah.
Because there were all sorts of people whose families were related. They knew all about these guys. And the funny part about it is I just found the picture on the internet, and I saw the courthouse, and I saw the mules, and I said, one of these days I'll use that.
Weren't they somewhat famous or something? Or?
No, I mean famous around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had
Everybody's
Mule
famous in
Day
small
winning mules, and that picture I'm told is from the last Mule Days, which I believe was either 1952 or 53.
It was around the Court Square, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, just like the fish fry was around the Court Square.
That's what started the fish fry was the Mule Days, right?
Yeah.
Yes and no, from what I understand.
They had to have something else to come along, and mules just weren't the thing anymore.
Yeah.
So
Well, mules were kind of falling out.
Yeah, and they should have had banjo days or something like that, but
No, we're good.
No, we'll cook a bunch of fish and beat everybody. Yeah.
Probably get more people here.
Well, they're getting a lot of people, so.
Have more people if you had Banjo Mute Day. All right, sing it.
How about that? How do you like being treated like this? I tried to warn you when you took up banjo that this is what was going to happen to you. I'll tell you, one of the best banjo joke people, back when I was running a band, I'd used to give all the guys in the band a list of banjo jokes. It was the Daryl's Canonical list of banjo jokes. And I'd tell them, now here's my rules of humor. Yeah. You don't make fun of each other. Yeah. You don't make fun of the crowd. Yeah. You can make fun of me. Yeah. Yeah. And the guy that took it serious was Mark McWhorter.
Of course, Mark.
And Mark was great. He would come off the cuff. He could have added to this 733 banjo jokes. I bet he added 100 of them to it before it all was said and done. Do you know what the definition of a gentleman is? What? That's someone who has the ability to play the banjo, but doesn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Mark Twain?
Oh, no, that was Mark McWhorter.
I believe it was a Mark Twain quip. Really.
You think Mark actually read that way?
No, I did a quip on Facebook about 2 weeks ago. Had a picture of a banjo, an accordion, and a bagpipe. It said, caption this. I just said, welcome to hell.
Well, we were outside tuning up before we came in, and Gideon was having to fight with it just a little bit, and I started laughing. I said, it's terrible to have good ears and play the banjo. Okay, my little town. get going too fast here, and I'll never be able to spit the words out. I'm not like old Bob Dylan, but that's right. Just a little old town so full of history. 15 miles to the river, several hundred to the sea. 12,000 live beside the city limit signs, inside a state of millions with a state of mind. Now every afternoon I go across the square where folks are blessed with the job of just sitting there. Oak trees frame a courthouse tall where nothing is so big it leaves you feeling so small. In my little town, oh my little town, the world's far away from my little town. In my little town, oh my little town, the world's far away from my little town. Now the post office, it's where my friend Danny tends a desk, along with Debbie and Peggy and David and all of the rest. Across the street is a park where a fountain plays cool, sweet Tennessee water don't leave you feeling like some fool. Now there's an ancient old school, it's just up the street from my graceful old home where I rest my feet. Oak trees frame over my head and a white plaster ceiling, it's over my bed. In my little town, oh my little town, the world's far away from my little town. In my little town, oh my little town, the world's far away from my little town. Friends drop by in evening's fading light. They laugh and they sing until late in the night. The children are playing way out in the streets. The better angels of tomorrow are so near our feet. In my little town, oh, my little town, the world's far away from my little town. In my little town, oh, my little town, the world's far away from my little town.
Hey, that was a good one, buddy.
There you go.
Before we get into any more talking here, I just want to tell everybody, not only is he a singer, a banjo picker, an entertainer, but he built that guitar and he built that banjo. So he's a
Luthier.
Luthier.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that one of them things you wash yourself with a luthier?
Yeah. It's a different kind of.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But that guitar sounds really killer.
Well, thank you.
What's the name of the banjo? I know your
the
name.
banjo is a Sherry Lynn, and the guitar, I don't remember what I named it. Oh, Burleson.
Burleson. Okay.
Burleson, and it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that is.
It's white oak,
that's
and this
really
center is not fumed maple. I'm trying to think of what they call it now. It's torrefied maple.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine that was working down at Riplogle when they were doing some of that gave me that chunk of wood, and
Wow.
Pretty nice.
isn't that pretty? Yeah, I love it.
So basically what I'm trying to tell you is, if you need guitar work done, or if you need a guitar built, like a really special guitar, Dan Knowles, right here in Paris, Tennessee, man, look him up. And,
Thank you.
Yeah, give you a little advertisement.
Yes.
And Gideon will come down and, well, Dan's working on your guitar, your banjo, and he'll play for you. Banjo for him. Can you guys do it? Can you guys? We got just about time for another one, don't we, Kevin?
Sure do.
Okay.
Can you guys pick one? Or?
Okay. How much time do we have there, Brother Kev?
About 7 minutes.
Okay,
Oh,
we can do one right now. This is one that I wrote to honor the very first of the Windows on the West Alley murals that we did. Yeah. It's one that actually we recorded with his brother and sister and father.
Right. Yeah, he's got a real entertaining family. Yeah.
Boy,
What's your brother play?
He plays the mandolin, viola, and the piano.
Yeah.
Oh, just those 4 or 5 things?
He plays more, but mainly.
No, I was joking. Just those 4 or 5 things, you know.
You play a bunch of stuff. I play a bunch of stuff. I play a little bit of mandolin and guitar and banjo, and I play a house cat. It's harder to keep in tune.
I used to play I'm not going near that one. I think we're going to leave that alone.
Just play the song. I want to hear it.
Anyway, that mural is called "The Lady in the Red Dress," and so
Very nice,
I wrote
by the
it and
way.
orchestrated it for his family. And actually, his dad Scott
Yeah.
helped me make the orchestration work, and then we recorded it. I think there's a video on it on YouTube of it. Okay, well, let me get just a little bit of room here for you because I could feel that you needed some space. There we go. Let's see, how's this go? Can you remember?
I think it's.
Okay, I'm ready. I wrote it, you know. I'm the one that's, it's legal for me to forget it.
I love watching. He's just so nonchalant.
Yeah. Is it tuned in C or standard?
That's in G.
It's in G. Okay.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Have you taught him a banjo never sleeps?
No, actually, I have never taught that to him. You know, we ought to do that sometime.
That-
He does do
I think that's the most favorite
He does
song
do
I've ever
old,
heard you do.
Midnight Watch, though.
Oh, I
Does
like
a
that one,
beautiful
too.
version of that.
Yeah. That's really
Yeah.
Tear it up. Let's do it one time.
Yeah.
We got a couple more minutes.
You got a couple minutes? Well, we'll do just a round through this. And Kevin, if you want to fade us out of this, that's perfectly fine.
No, actually,
or do you need to talk?
No, actually, we're going to talk a little bit.
Are you?
Just go ahead and play. And
We'll play one round through it, and
all
that's
right.
it.
Okay. Yeah.
This is cool.
Well, thank you.
You guys are awesome. Gideon, I'm telling you. Yeah, you're gonna.
That's really
you're gonna
good.
do big things, buddy.
Thank you.
How about that for
I'm really proud of you.
for a 12-year-old kid?
Yeah.
I'm 14.
14. But that still 14 years old, man. That's pretty cool, you know. So
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of how he's done.
I'm
Dan,
proud of that. That you did a great job.
I am so happy to have
Really
you on
did.
this show, and you, Gideon. I'm so impressed with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
And,
for having us.
Yes, you
I
guys-
can't wait to hear this again.
Yeah, this was great. This was great. We're going to ask you guys to come back sometime in into the wintertime.
We'd be proud to.
Would you?
We'd be proud to.
I would love to have you sometime around. We're going to do a couple Christmas shows, and I'm thinking we might need some banjo picking.
We know some Christmas stuff.
Good, good.
Yeah.
That would be great.
I'm gonna play some harmonica with
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
That'd be great. I was surprised you didn't.
I was
out your
too
heart.
mesmerized.
yeah, yeah. Watching him, it's like whoa.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, Dan. and
Thank you for
Gideon,
having us.
It was great having you guys, and we hope you come back sometime when it's a little cooler, and we'll get together. And I'd really like to have, like I said, around the Christmas time. Oh man, that'll be fun.
Sounds good.
Now, you know
Right.
when the picnic is, right?
No, but you're
PBR
going to tell
picnic.
us about it right now, I hope.
Yeah.
Y'all are supposed to be coming
Yeah, you're all welcome. It's June 27th, and it's going to be at the
at the parlor.
the parlor in Furrier, right there in the where they have the big-
Sure.
and everybody's welcome. Just bring some food, bring a dish to pass.
Cool.
We're gonna serve hot dogs and hamburgers. They're on WTPR, and everybody bring your banjos and stuff, and come on up and let's
Bring your sister and brother and father.
Don't forget
Bring
about it.
everybody.
You got to remind me now.
It's going to be from noon to dark, so you got lots of time to pick, and we got lots of time to eat, and we got lots of time to laugh and have fun, because we had a big time last year up there. Boy, we really did.
Well, I'll tell you what, that parlor is a wonderful place.
Yes,
It is. It really is.
Mike
It's really cool.
Hogan has
Yeah.
done a great
Yeah,
job
he's
with
really
it.
done a big
Yes.
time on it. Yeah.
Yes.
We've needed something
Yeah.
like that around here for a long time.
That's right.
And we needed something like this for a long time.
We want
and
you
got
back
it.
for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pitch the bone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't talking about Dan.
It's all right.
Me and Dan go way back.
Yeah.
Way back.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I guess it's almost time, right, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's time for us to say goodnight. Hopefully, we'll see you right back here next week.
Same bat time.
Same bat channel.
That's right.
Brian McAdams and Taylor Nott are going to be here next week.
Yep.
Thank you. Good night. God bless y'all.
See ya.